Marshawn Neyland's death shook the NFL and many people across the country. The 24-year-old Dallas Cowboys player was found dead on November 6th after a short police chase in Texas. Authorities say he died by suicide. The news spread fast, and it brought tears to the people who loved him, including his childhood friend Shannon Sharpe, who later shared a heartbreaking tribute that showed how deep their bond had been. Police had tried to pull Marshawn over for a traffic violation on November 5th. Instead of stopping, he drove away and later crashed his car. Officers believe he ran on foot and was found a little after 1:30 a.m. His girlfriend, Catalina, had already called the police because she was worried and could not find him. She told them Marshawn had a history of mental health struggles. When the announcement of his death came, many people were left wondering what went wrong in the final moments of a young man who had just begun his NFL career. The Cowboys released a statement the same morning. They said they were deeply saddened and called him a loved member of the team. They sent their prayers to Catalina and his family. His relatives later posted their own message on Facebook, saying they were shocked and devastated. They said Marshawn was a son, a brother, a cousin, an uncle, a grandson, and a friend. They described him as kind, humble, and full of love. They thanked everyone for the support and asked for privacy. This loss came only months after the death of Marshawn's mother, Wendy, who passed away in early 2024 from an illness that the family did not discuss publicly. The grief of losing a parent had already been heavy on him. Now, losing him so soon after her shook the family again, especially his siblings AJ, Sean Jr., and Yamya. His father, Sean, could not even be with them, as he has been in prison since January for charges involving a firearm. His earliest release date is in 2026. The family tagged him in their post, showing they still wanted him included in the moment despite his absence. Marshawn's cousin also shared a painful theory about why he might have taken his own life. Although it was not confirmed, it added more questions to a tragedy that already left many confused. His former coach at Western Michigan, Lou Esposito, shared that they had planned to meet that same weekend during the Cowboys' bye week. He said he had just spoken to Marshawn days earlier to congratulate him on his first NFL touchdown. It was supposed to be a joyful time, but it sadly became their last conversation. Even with so much pain surrounding the situation, one of the most emotional reactions came from Shannon Sharpe. Many people know Shannon as a football legend and a strong voice in sports, but to Marshawn, he was something very different. Shannon had known him since childhood. Their families were close, and the bond they formed stayed strong even after Shannon's retirement and Marshawn's rise in the league. When news of Marshawn's death reached him, Shannon was overcome with emotion. He spoke openly about how much the loss hurt him. He said Marshawn had been like family to him. He remembered the boy he watched grow up, the boy who wanted to play football like the heroes he admired, the boy who pushed through difficulties with quiet strength. Shannon shared that even when Marshawn entered the NFL, he never became arrogant or distant. He stayed the same humble young man who cared deeply about the people around him. Shannon said he often checked up on Marshawn because he knew the pressure of professional football could be heavy for someone so young. He wanted to make sure Marshawn always had someone to talk to. In his tribute, he said he wished he had checked in one more time. His voice shook as he talked about the last message they exchanged, which now felt painful and incomplete. Shannon said the news hit him like a blow to the chest because he never imagined he would lose him so suddenly. He also talked about the moments they shared when Marshawn was a kid. He remembered him running around with excitement whenever he saw a football. He remembered how Marshawn listened carefully whenever he talked about discipline, respect, and staying grounded. Shannon said that even back then, Marshawn had a seriousness about him, a quiet determination that made him stand out. When he finally made it to the NFL, Shannon said it felt like watching a younger sibling achieve a dream. He followed Marshawn's games, supported his milestones, and celebrated his first touchdown with genuine pride. Shannon said what hurt him most was knowing that someone who gave so much love to others carried such heavy internal pain. He said people often do not understand how mental health can affect someone who seems strong on the outside. He reminded fans that athletes are human beings first. They feel pressure, they feel fear, they feel loneliness, and sometimes they hide it too well. His tribute also talked about Marshawn's kind nature. He said Marshawn always looked out for younger players and made them feel included. He never spoke badly about anyone, even in private. When he talked about his mother, his siblings, or Catalina, his face softened. Shannon said Marshawn had a warmth inside him that could be felt immediately. When he was happy, it showed in a big, bright smile. But when he was hurting, he tried to hide it because he didn't want to be a burden. Shannon said that is the part that brings him to tears. He wished Marshawn had reached out. He wished he had known how deep the struggle had become. He wished someone had been there in his final hours. His voice cracked as he said life can be unfairly heavy for the people who deserve peace the most. Fans also reacted strongly to Shannon's tribute. Many said they had never seen him so emotional. Others said his words helped them understand the human side of a tragedy that had been treated like a headline. Shannon's grief reminded people that behind every player is a history, a family, and relationships that go far beyond the field. As the days passed, more teammates came forward with stories. They said Marshawn was quiet but hard-working. He liked to encourage others. He stayed late to review plays. He loved being on the field and loved hearing from his family after games. They said he never acted like a celebrity. They remembered how his eyes lit up when he scored his first touchdown on November 3rd during a game against the Cardinals. That moment should have been the beginning of something big, but now it stands as one of the final highlights of a short career. The Cowboys now face the task of honoring him while dealing with the shock of losing a teammate. The league also faces questions about how to better support players dealing with mental health issues. Marshawn's death is a reminder that success does not protect someone from emotional pain. His story is a tragic example of how important it is to check on the people we care about and to look beyond the surface. Shannon Sharpe said he will carry Marshawn's memory with him forever. He said he is grateful for every moment they shared, from childhood to the final messages they exchanged. He said he will keep telling Marshawn's story so people understand that he was more than a football player. He was a young man who tried his best, who faced difficult challenges, who loved deeply, and who was loved deeply in return. The grief around Marshawn's death continues to grow, but so does the love people are showing in his memory. Shannon's tribute has become one of the most emotional parts of this story, because it comes from a place of real connection. It shows how two lives can be tied together through years of friendship, guidance, and shared dreams. Even in sadness, it shows the power of love, loyalty, and the memories that never fade. Marshawn Neyland may be gone, but the people who knew him best are determined to keep his story alive. And through Shannon Sharpe's tears, the world saw the depth of a friendship that began long before the spotlight and remains strong even after the final goodbye.